Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP and the game preview for January 4th, 2025. So brand new year, and this will be our first game of the year, obviously. And it's going to be a game of Sharp Practice, and we return to the war-torn fields of Burghville Gap, Virginia for some ACW action. Stonewall Brigade versus the 14th U.S. Infantry. So this board's been up for a while. We haven't played a game in a while. This was a Soviet versus German board. I took some stuff off, replaced it with some Civil War looking stuff, moved some stuff around, and we're going to be using it for this mission. And the mission we're going to be playing is Scenario 3 from the rulebook, Defense in Depth. In this case, the Confederates will be defending. The Union will be attacking. They have a slightly stronger force, as it is difficult to move across the board, to get off the board, or to capture something on the other side of the board in this game. So they're going to have a little bit more firepower. The Confederates will be deploying in two strips, a 1-foot strip along their short table edge. There's also a strip down the middle. They can place a deployment point in both of those and deploy off of those. The Union, meanwhile, will have two deployment points along their table edge, the short edge, and they can place a deployment point within 6 of that. So they're going to be starting on one end, having to move across the board. The Confederates are going to be starting in the middle of the board or the back of the board, and they're going to be in a defensive position. So that should give them an advantage right away. But there is more Union firepower. So let's go ahead and take a look at the forces we're going to be seeing in this game. We'll begin with the Union force. So this is the 14th U.S. Infantry, along with some Irish guys in great coats that I had. I just like the way they look, so they're going to be thrown in there. But they're pretty much both going to be the same. They're going to be late war Union infantry with stubborn rifled muskets as well. Two groups of those. There's going to be 2 level 2 leaders, one for each. One of them will be the big man. They have, I think I said this already, but they have stubborn. That's pretty much their only rule they have, and they are regulars. They are not conscripts. So they're better that way. We're also going to have 2 groups of Union skirmishers. One is going to be the 1st U.S. sharpshooters. Really, there's no special rules for these guys, but I might make up something like good shots, or I'll give them something to set them apart a little bit from the other group of skirmishers, who are just going to be regular Union skirmishers. These guys all have a sharp practice and rifled muskets as well. We're also going to have 1 cannon, and we're going to be running this as a medium cannon this time. We always run light cannons, but I think in a way to improve the Union firepower, to give them a better chance, we're going to up that to medium, see how that does, see how overpowered it is. I know the canister range is a lot longer, so it's going to be easier for the cannon to get canister shots, so the Union's going to, or the Confederates are going to have to be wary of that. We're also going to be giving the both sides the flag for free, just because it looks cool. And don't worry, I did find the last of the Great Coats guys, and I did find all the regimental flags and everything. So this is what they look like now when everything's done. So this is the Union force, no points here, just eyeballing it as we usually do, but it's never been a problem. So we're just going to go with it again, and that is the 14th U.S. Infantry who will be attacking. Next up is the defending Stonewall Brigade. So these are supposed to be weaker. They look weaker to me. They don't have as many line troops. They got some cavalry who are normally weak in the game. They can be strong if you get lucky and you use them right. But overall, I think this force is going to be a little bit weaker than the Union force. No cannon, and just mostly skirmishers. So we're going to have just 1 2-group formation of regular dudes. And we are going to have 3 groups of skirmishers, just regular skirmishers. All of these guys are armed with rifled muskets. The line troops are going to have rebel yell, and the skirmishers are just going to have sharp practice, and they will also have the flag. And then there's going to be 1 group of cavalry, and they're going to be able to dismount. We got the horse holders, we got the dismount models. So if they want to get off the horses and do some shooting, they can, although they only get half shots as they're pretty weak dismounted, but the option's there. So 5 leaders, I think, versus 6 leaders and weaker troops, but a defensive position. There's some hard cover, there's some stuff to hide behind, so should be pretty interesting, I think. So with that being said, we're going to do the live stream Sunday, January 4th of 2025 at 11:30 Pacific time. And we hope that some of you guys can join us and just hang out, say hi, and hope to see you then.